Hello everyone, this is Priyanshu, Assistant Professor of Suresh Gandhi University. Today we will going to we'll talk about it inductive coupled plasma, atomic emanations and spectrophotometer. So let's see what is it. Inductively coupled plasma atomic emission spectroscopy, a newly analytical technique called inductively coupled plasma atomic emission spectroscopy. Also, in a short form, we can say ICP and IES has been used for stimultaneous multi-element analysis of biological material and soil. This technique offers following advantages over double layers. Matrix problems are eliminated or minimized through use of high temperature organ plasma. ICP and atomic emission spectroscopy has multi-element capability all concentration levels. Plasma are noted for a relative freedom from a chemical and uh, ionization interference that are common with AAS. Detection limits are equal to or better than AAS depending on the element to be analyzed, and elements such as aluminum, phosphorus, sulfur, boron, which are entire poorly measured at a low concentration or not measured with AAS, are readily determined with a higher sensitivity by ICP and AES. Principle of ICP and AES is based on the observation of atomic emission spectra when samples in the form of the aerosol um, they're they're merely generated vapor and or a powder are injected into the inductively coupled plasma atomization and excitation uh, excita- ex- excitations source by definition plasma refers to a hot gas in which significant fractions of their atoms or molecules are ions. Plasma are electrically conducted and have been referred to as the electrical flames as no combustion takes place. It is because instruments using a plasma source generally use inert argon gas. The ICP is pronounced by a passing initially ionized organ gas through a quartz torch located within the indication uh, coil, which is concentrated to a ratio frequency. generators. The RF generations produce 1.5 to 3 kV watts. Power at the frequency of 27.1 mH. And an oscillating magnetic field is formed within the quartz torch in response to the RF energy passing through the coil. Electron and the ions passing through the oscillating electromagnetic field flow at a high accre- acceleration spread within the quartz dot. As organ gas enters the magnetic field associated with the induction coil, in its atoms coiled with the accelerated ions, the electron resulting in the iono- uh, ionizations of the organ gas. Uh, this collisions gave rise to atomic heating, which produced plasma with the temperature ranging from 6,000 to 10,000 K. The resultant plasma is contained within the torch by means of organ flow. The method of presenting the sample to the plasma is similar to the used in a flame atomic absorption. The liquid sample is aspirated into the plasma through a nebulizer system by using organ carrier gas at the rate of about a 1 liter organ minute was the prevailing higher temperature in the plasma lead to completed vaporization, atomization, and excitations of the elements to be analyzed. The exited neutral atoms or ions of the sample emit radiation of characteristic wavelength with the intensity directly proportional to the element concentration in the sample. Intensity of the emitted radiation is measured by the spectrophotometer components of the ICP and AES. Preparation of sample of ICP and ESP, so digestion procedure for soil and plant sample for a total element analysis by ICP and AES is similar to the used for various emission instruments. Universal multi-element soil extraction can also be used for the extraction of a soil sample. Preparation of standard solution, stock standard solution connecting 1,000 ml per liter of an element may be prepared as described for a double AS. However, multi-element working a standard solution secondary standard should be made in the such as a way that this contain maximum number of the element com- compatible with the stability considerations and match with the sample solution in kind and strength of acids. In soil and plant analysis, one set of secondary standards is required for each multi-element uh, ex- extracting solution and one for each soil and plant digester. Devised a calibration scheme for 30 elements that satisfy the needs of analytes engaged in a soil, water, tissues, and particulate matter analysis. Operation of ICP and AS. A general principle for the operation of ICP is similar to that for AS microprocessor are used for the automatic control of the instrument component setup. The optimization of required mm, operational parameter, instrument calibrations, and manipulations, and the storage of data through clear commands since the actual operation of the different ICP spectrometer various type with the type make the computer software of the instrument the reader and advice to consult operation manual provided by the manufacturer of the instrument. The manufacturers and dealers may also provide required operational training to the user. Precautions like filter, soil extract, plant digest with Wattman number 42 filter paper to prevent collaging of the nebulizer. The use salt nebulizer or standard and sample having a very low salt uh, content to prevent collaging of the nebulizer tip. Avoiding mixing of chemicals that cause a precipitation during the preparation of a multi-element working standard solution. So computer application in soil testing. Now, colorimeter. So, colorimeter is the determined of the concentration of the substance by the measuring um, uh, the relative absorption or transmissions of light with respect to a known concentration. Colorimeter analysis is based on the measurement of the intensity of radiant energy after the passes through the sample solution. A monochromatic light beam of known intensity is passed through the test solution, and the intensity of the transmit beam is determined with help of a photoelectric cell. Thus, the colorimeter can be considered as the absorption spectrometry in the visible range. It is based on the Beer's law, with, which states the intensity of the monochromatic light beam decreases exponentially as the concentration of the absorbing substance increases arithmetically as expressed below. Like log I upon a log T is equal Kc, where the I and I0 and Ig are the intensity of the incident radiation and the transmit radiation respectively. They denote the concentration and in a solution, and K is a constant. The above relationship holds good only when a light is the of the wavelength at which its absorption in a maximum by the sample. Therefore, a monochromations of the mm, incident light through the suitable filter or a grating in the essential prerequisite for a colorimeter. Absorption spectrophotometry, Willard and Beer-Lambert law relates the concentration to the log theorem of ratio of intensity of incident of transmitted radiation. Hence, the absolute intensities need to be determined. The colorimeter tube acts as a cylindrical lens covering the light so as sharp lines on the photocell. If the tube is not uh, exactly uh, exactly circular in cross section, its focal length changes at a different angle. This leads to a change in intensity of light falling on a photocell. A perfectly lens circular tube when filled with distilled water will not show any deflections of the galvanometer needle at any angle of a tube rotation. Types of colorimeter absorption photometer may be classified as visual comparators, filter photometers, and spectrophotometers. On the basis their constructions, this could be either single beam and double beam type. Also, the instrument may be a direct reading types on the based on balanced circuit. The special features of some instrument are that double monochromation and dual wavelength and monochromatous plus automatic recording. While selecting an instrument on should consider the initial and the maintenance cost of flexibility of operation and the adaptability to varying situation. Visual uh, comparators, the simplest color comparators use side by side viewing of a light coming from the common source through a pair of the matching that bottom tubes on connecting the test solution and the other the standard on matching the two or ratio of the vertical height of the solution would be inversely related to the ratio of their intensity. Filter photometer in the single beam direct reading up to a electric colorimeter, the optical path in from the light source. So the filter and sample holder to the detector. The light passes through the solution and then strikes the surface of the various layers. Cell the output of which is measured and deflections of the galvanometer. IL colorimeter Unicum SP 300 uh, Culture, biocam, and uh, Evelyn photoelectric colorimeter, laser photometers, and the Lumitron colorimeter model 450 are example of the type. Beside this, some uh, indigenous he made instrument. Example IMIL, ILICO, uh, Systro- Systronics are also available under this category. Double beam colorimeter employ various layer and matching photo cells, and the incident filtered light is divided into two parallel beams, one passing through the solution in the tube before falling on the photocell, and the other passing directly on the reference photocell through the adjustable set. Fisher electrophotometer collected a summation photoelectric colorimeter and Lamberton photoelectric colorimeter model 4 belong to this category. A calorimeter essentially has a light source, usually a um, tungsten lamp, monochromators and filter prism or grating dispersion device, absorption cell, and a photometric system of the measuring the light intensity as electrical current. These are no difference between the basic principle of ordinary filter colorimeter and spectrophotometer. In the spectrophotometer are more refined monochromators and is employed. The measurement may be made slightly beyond the visible region of the electromagnetic spectrum. The wavelength range from 375 to 650 nm and can be extended to 950 nm by adding a red filter and exchanging the phototubes. The effective bandwidth is 20 nm. Care and maintenance for a better service and maintenance of the instrument. So the important tips: do not disturb the galvanometer assembly. Protect the instrument from a mechanical shock. Shocks keep it on a vibration-free surface. Consult compet- consult a competent engineer if the instrument has developed some fault. If the projection stamp fails to light and if there is a dangling wire, it is sign of a damaged bulb. Replace it with the same wattage bulb. What bulb? If the bulb filament is in set right on the loose concentration if any. If the photocell filtered is an instrumental loss, there are sensitivity on the prolonged use or for any other reason. Clean them or get them replaced and never open them. For a replacement of the photocell constant, any competent firm undertaking the job of a repair service use on a automatic no, voltage stabilizer in the AC supply line. Always, always place the colorimeter tube gently in order to avoid scratches. Ensure that the outer surface of the tube is absolutely clean and no liquid is sticking to the before placing in the stock. It is an absorption spectroscopy which uses the ultraviolet and visible light differentiated the desired nanoparticles when the light is incident on the required particles. Transition from the ground state to excited state take place, giving a reading of the transition wavelength. This method has an advantage due to its wide range of the wavelength in the electromagnetic spectrum. Elec- Spectroscopy gives both qualitative as well as quantitative result. The maximum wavelength Wavelength of the bulk gives uniformation about the structure.